Hello everyone, welcome to my brand new Let's Play series of Dungeon Rats. I am Colonel RPG, and this is the newest game from the fine folks over at Iron Tower Studio. And Vince was kind enough to let me have a sneak peek before it comes out. Dungeon Rats is scheduled to come out next Friday, on November the 4th, and it's a party-based, turn-based dungeon crawler that takes place in the world of the Age of Decadence. In fact, to those of you that have played that fantastic, absolutely amazing RPG, Dungeon Rats is going to feel very familiar indeed. So let's see what it's all about. Let's start a new game now. On each game you have 3 difficulty options. You can be the easiest one. It basically enemies take a 40% to hit chance penalty. The Tough Bastard, which is the normal, I suppose, or I mean, it's not normal. I'm gonna play on Murderous Psychopath. Basically every rule for everybody, and or the same rules for everybody, and well, apparently we will die a lot. I'm not gonna play on solo mode because I want to get to know all the companions, well, not all the companions, but some of the companions that you can get throughout the adventure. And I'm not gonna play on iron mode, even though I'm not. I'm gonna try and take up all the bad things that happened to me. Let's start a new game, shall we? So this is character creation. We are gonna go with a character called Vela. She is gonna be a very, very sneaky sort of girl. Well, we don't have sneak in this game. These are the skills that we have over here, which are basically the combat skills from the Age of Decadence. We have dagger, sword, axe, hammer, spear, bow, crossbow, and throwing in regards to our weapons. And then we have dodge, block in regards to our defense. We have critical strike, which is basically critical damage, and I assume there's going to be a text-based adventure, so some of the skill checks are going to require this, as will others. And then we have crafting and alchemy. I'm going to try and focus on alchemy, and hopefully one of my companions is going to have crafting, because these two are going to be absolutely necessary for what we're going to do. There's still no portraits. This is a pre-release version of the game. It's very close to release, but still no portraits. I'm gonna go. Oh, she's gonna be very pale. And well, let's go with that. A few. Let's have her. Oh no, she's not gonna be bald. Let's do that. Yeah, red hair. Yeah, I suppose. Circlet. She can have a circlet? Oh, it's like the beard, except it's for ladies. It's a beard in the head. Anyway, let's go here with strength. Now, this works exactly like the Age of Decadence. I think the balancing might have changed. It did change for the crossbow, for example. I know that now reloading is a whole lot faster, and shooting is just as fast, but it works a little bit different now with bows and crossbows than it did in the Age of Decadence. They're less powerful, of course, otherwise they would be machines of death, as they are in the Age of Decadence. We're gonna go with 6 strength because I don't have a damage penalty. I don't want to have a damage penalty. We're gonna go with maximum dexterity because she is gonna try to be as jumpy as possible. That's gonna be really hard, but that's what I'm gonna go for. For Constitution, we don't want to skim too much on that. We're gonna have 40 hit points. The difference between 40 and 50, it's 2 stat points. I don't really think I want that. She's not gonna be the tank anyway, so that's gonna be that. I'm gonna go with 5 perception to try and decrease or reduce the accuracy hit penalty that we get for low perception. We're gonna go with 7 intelligence because I want to have skills. Skills are gonna be very important, mostly down here, because crafting, if you can craft yourself some powerful weapons and armors and all that, that is gonna help you. In terms of charisma, basically charisma affects the number of followers you can have. You can have up to 3 followers, which means that you have 4 party members in your party. We're gonna go with 2 because if you want, I don't know, actually remember what's the 3 ones. It's charisma 8. Having charisma 9 doesn't do anything because you can't have 4 followers. So basically, I'm gonna go with 6 charisma, and hopefully that is gonna be enough. Well, 2 followers is gonna be enough. As for our skills, we're gonna go with dagger. I'm gonna try and go for 6 dagger and 4 dodge, even though probably the other way around might be a little bit better. Yeah, I think this is gonna be good. Our rating over here is 63, which should be okay. Well, with the plus 25, I think, from the fast attack, or is it 15? I don't know, but it should be okay for hit chance on that. So let's accept. Am I forgetting anything? No, I'm not. Let's just go. Oh yeah, the game is gonna load. And now we know what's going on. Now? Now. Damn it! Your adventure starts in the dusty shadows of a prison mine many leagues from any trading post or settlement. The second chance, as in your second chance to become a productive member of society, is the most feared of all hard labor and gladiator camp prisons. Once the jewel in a string of rich iron mines, the shafts were long ago exhausted and the ore spent. No longer profitable using conventional slave labor, the prisoners who work in it now trade whatever ore they can scratch from the rock for scraps of food. Having already tested the futility of fighting the guards, you do not resist when you are hurled into a cage suspended above the main shaft. The barred door crashes shut. The crack of a whip signals a pair of slaves to the crank, and the cage begins its slow and creaking descent. A one-way trip to hell awaits past bright fires, screaming faces, and beyond, into the impenetrable blackness of the lower levels. "That's all they sent?" says one of the men, asking nobody in particular. "I asked for 5 men. 5! How am I supposed to keep the war coming if they don't give me enough men to clear the tunnels? Who are you?" "I'm Barca, and this is my kingdom, which makes you my loyal subject." Sure, skip the sales pitch. "What do you want me to do?" Some of my men are refusing to work," he says. "We send less ore upstairs, we get less food. We get less food, we get more unhappy workers. You see the problem? Show me what you're capable of, and then we'll talk some more. Marcus, go with her. See what she is made of." A rough-looking man steps forward. He's wearing an old leather apron, serving as armor, and carrying a stone hammer. "Well, I need weapons and armor." You see a store anywhere?" asks Barca. "I'll give you a weapon, but you'll have to make your own armor if you live that long." He opens a large wooden chest and looks inside. "What do you favor?" "Well, I would favor, well, dagger, yeah." Barca gives you a makeshift weapon of your choice and a barrel lid. "Makes a decent shield if you need one." Sure. Decent is kind of probably an over-appreciation of the value of that. But here we are. We have Marcus with us, and we have Velo, of course. So, let's look at our inventory and equip our things. This is very important for our survival. That's the barrel lid right there. A makeshift shield smelling of rotten meat and onions. Well, it doesn't smell of rotten onions, I hope. So we have a crude dagger over here made of bronze, and we have an armor that is not really an armor, it's a tunic. Over here, Marcus has a little bit of armor. What we're going to do is we're going to add that as a schematic, and I'm going to tell you about that in a little bit. And he's got a two-handed stone hammer that's going to help us, well, he's going to be the tank of the party here. She's not. She's going to jump around and murder enemies, hopefully. Let's first look at our character's screen here. Look at him. He's got pretty awesome strength, and his constitution is going to help us through a few tight spots. His intelligence is going to hold him back a little bit, I suppose, because he's not going to get as many skill points as we would. So 30 right there should be okay. His charisma doesn't matter at all, so he's a pretty good combatant. He's got the dump stat on charisma, so yeah, that's pretty good. He's gonna help us a lot. And so basically, he's got 5 points in hammer. He's got almost the same attack rating as we do, which is kind of interesting. Why is that? Is that bonus? Because he's got the dexterity, the perception. Yeah, that's the difference right there. The perception is giving, I don't know. Anyway, the daggers and hammers work differently. And then he's got the dodge, which is less than optimal. I hoped that he would go for a blocking stance. You can change him, but only one of these works. Basically, you either get dodge or you get block, and whichever is higher is the one that works in combat. So yeah, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of points to go with extra block for him. So yeah. And now, let's go into crafting. Crafting, basically here you can look at your schematics. We added this to schematics, so now we can build it if we have the materials. I think we also need a forge or something to do that, and that's what he meant by us having to use a forge. Or to craft our weapons and our armor. Weapons and armor, but mostly our armor. Weapons, he gives us one. So here we have our stats. We're not going to look at that for right now. We're going to go over this way, which is where we are going to find our first combat encounter. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be lovely and awesome. I'm going to just quick save there. And, well, the game auto-saves at the beginning of combat, so it's fine. Just old habits, I guess. "I warned you, Marcus, didn't I?" says one of the prisoners, raising a pickaxe. "Yet here you are again, this time with a new fish in town. Think it's gonna make any difference?" "Well, I don't think so. Let's fight." Now, the great thing about, well, the biggest thing that we are gonna see now is that we have a placement stage at the beginning of this fight, which is really interesting and really good. It means basically that you always have some measure of some degree of basically tactical positioning at the beginning of the battle, which is awesome. If you wanted to stay back and try to avoid them attacking you in the first turn, try to lure them over here, that you could do that, or you could, you know, have one tank and one shooter back here. That'll be interesting as well. I'm not gonna go with the shooter because we're gonna get another guy soon enough for that. But yeah, I think Bella's gonna be fine. She is pretty dodgy. I hope that it's gonna be enough for her to survive, but it's down to the RNG, of course. This game is all down to the RNG. Well, not all down to the RNG. We got 12 action points, which is gonna let us attack this guy. He doesn't have armor. Oh, actually, he has what I believe is a tunic. So basically, I'm gonna try and go for a fast attack as many times as possible. 73% chest hit. I missed the first one. You can see up here that he's taking 3 damage, but none of it is absorbed by the armor. He's already slightly wounded, taking a little bit of damage, and I'm dodging it like a pro, like that, right there. Now this... Ooh... Yeah, he's got armor. As long as he doesn't dent, he should be able to prevent terrible things from happening. I want that female prisoner to attack him as much as possible because he's got armor. But if she attacks Vala, it might be a little bit more of a problem. I'm gonna try and go for this guy. He's got 10 action points, so I'm not gonna be able to attack twice if I go for the fast. I'm gonna go for the regular, even though that he's a little bit it's gonna yeah, a debuff on the hit chance. I got 12 points right there. And, oh, we blocked, but he didn't block enough because the defense rating of the shield is 3, so he didn't... Did I get a bump on it? No, I didn't. Okay, so I want to kill this guy as soon as possible. 1 point right there, 1 point. So we're doing 1 to 4 points of damage. That's the thing. Basically, if you had 1 armor, or 1 defense rating in his armor, which he doesn't, basically 1 point of damage would be 0, because, well, his armor would deflect it. So, yeah, as you can tell, it's very easy to understand when you get accustomed to it. Well, it's very easy just in general. He is almost dead, so hopefully I'm gonna kill him. And down he goes. Okay, that's really good, really good. Oh, that's a dodge. 73%. You'll get a few dodges. 1 to 2 dodges per turn, I would say. 3 dodge that time. But I'm dodging all the time, which is awesome. I don't know what his hit chance is. I don't know even if you can see it. Ah, nice dodge. He should dodge a lot as well, but he doesn't because he's an idiot. So let's move you up here. I want you, if you could just hit this guy very quickly with a fast attack. And 7 damage, that's nice. And then move a little bit closer. And now I could kill this guy, hopefully. 4 points of damage. 4 points. Ah, nice. Rolling the high rolls right there. And now she's gonna... Is she out of that? Nope, she's not. Yeah, he's taking quite a little bit of damage. But actually, 8 damage is perfectly acceptable. I'm gonna go with a couple of fast attacks here because that's how I can attack, how much I can attack with 8 action points. And in this first battle, you really, really want to keep your ooh, she's attack of opportunity. She's trying to flee. Okay, well, that's not gonna help her. And down she goes. In the first battles, you want to keep your damage taken as low as possible because I'm gonna explain why. You don't heal over time, so it's a war of attrition. So every single hit counts, every single one. You did well, says Marcus, handing you a foul-smelling salve for your wounds. But we ain't done yet. Do you need some time to catch a breath? Nah, I'm good. There we go. And let's see. I wonder if the game lets me heal if I take damage on that. I don't think so. I didn't take damage on my first time. Oh, by the way, what I'm doing right now, you don't need to do this. You have a button down here. I'm sure there's a shortcut in the keyboard. And you can loot the nearby corpses, which is phenomenal. I'm gonna take everything. This is really good. This really makes our life easier. I'm gonna take everything, and if you press tab, you'll see these icons over here. This works exactly like the Age of Decadence. This way, that door needs a key. And that door is barred, so we're gonna need to go that way. We are gonna get a key from here, the Rebel Camp key, an iron key. You can twirl it around your finger to impress the local yokels. And we're gonna get a net, which is a fantastic, fantastic item. Now, another item that you might have seen is the rations over here. This basically heals you for 1 point per ration, which is pretty stingy, but hopefully you will get a lot of rations. I think I read a forum post from Vince saying there were about 270 something rations in the game, so that's gonna be 270 something health points that you're gonna be able to get. Of course, you can also use the salves over here. You can use them in combat to stop bleeding, or you can use them outside of combat to give you a 20 health point healing thing. So that's really good, and I'm gonna put it over there just in case I start bleeding, even though I doubt it's gonna be enough, or I doubt that it's gonna be basically offset the, like, if you bleed for three turns, you lose 9 health. So you need to bleed like for 5 points for 4 turns to even compensate, and you will always bleed the first time, so it doesn't matter. It will be 15. Over here we have Kajura leaves, which are really, really good, and I will explain to you why. But first, are we gonna need to repair? No, we don't, but we can decompose things. Now that is a very, very crucial thing that I'm led to believe, because we are here to build our own weapons. Let me see. This dagger is terrible. It's a shiv. We got a pickaxe that we're maybe gonna need. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this rock over here just in case I can throw it at things. Yeah, I have wait a minute, did I pick up rocks from here? Yeah, forgot to pick up rocks from here. You can pick more rocks over there, and the game makes fun of you. You pick up some rocks because you like carrying things. Yeah, it's not just because of that, but you can use these as well, which is awesome if you want to just tick away at the enemies, and rocks are free. Everything is free in this game. I don't think there are traders, so you're out on your own. Now, all these items are going to be usable for decomposing here. Decomposing works, I think it was the same word in the Age of Decadence. You get better, materials, and these materials are used for crafting, but they are also used for repairing. Right there. So basically you want to be on the lookout for every single little bit of items, and that's why I picked up everything. And then if I need to drop anything, I will drop, or go back to my stash. So the key that we have is gonna open this thing, and we're gonna go over here, and you see 5 rough-looking prisoners who are clearly no strangers to violence. Former raiders having a hard time adjusting to this new reality? You've got some fucking nerve, Marcus, growls a bearded man, the leader of the crew. You want my ore that bad? Come and take it. Well, you're fighting a losing war here. If you kill us, they will send more men and hunt you down one by one. And that's based on your charisma. And we succeed. One of the prisoners lowers his crossbow, which is really good because crossbows are terrible, and steps aside. I don't care who runs this shithole. If Barca wants to be king, so be it. Okay, well, they are apparently mutineering against these guys. Okay, so now this is a tricky battle. You will die the first time you do this battle, unless I am lucky to show you a good strategy. What I'll try to do, and what I did before, I didn't use entangles or anything. I've done this battle in the past. What I tried to do is try to keep these 3 guys from attacking Vela over here. So I'm gonna select Marcus up here and put him over there. So hopefully I will be able to move him up and try to get that guy to attack him, which might not happen, but well, at least I'll try. So let's see. I could use my stones to attack that guy and force them into him, which could actually, I'm gonna try that right now. I'm gonna throw stones at this guy. 21%. No, forget about that. That's not a good strategy. I could move. What I did is I moved up here and I started attacking him. I got. What's the hit chance? You can't attack there. Okay. So he's bleeding, which is a really good stroke of luck. That was a really bad stroke of luck actually, because he now doesn't have armor. Because he got critted. That is bad. That is really bad. So what I'll do is I'll go for regular attacks, and I'll go for his... No, actually, I wouldn't go for the regular attacks. I will attack his legs, try to bring down his dodge. Oh, that was good. That was really good. Now, I'll go for regular over here. Oh, that's really nice. RNG is helping us. Now, of course, we have these 2 to contend with. I can't flee that guy because he can attack diagonally, so we might die here. And actually, I wouldn't mind that because, you know, with how this game goes, that dying is a part of it. Figuring out how to do these battles is important, and this is why I picked up maximum... Oh, come on, maximum dexterity, because I can attack so many times with a 2 action point dagger. And if she gets the riposte, anybody can get a riposte, by the way. Not a riposte, what's the name? Counterattack, I guess. Ooh, nice one. Nice. If she gets a counterattack, and please don't break his armor, she will be able to do even more damage. Because these guys don't have armor. They only have the shields. That was blocked, and that is a crappy shield. It's probably a shield like mine. Oh, did 4 damage there. This guy's taking quite a little bit of damage, which is bad. Oh, 7 damage again. See, that's the counterattack right there. Oh, 4 damage. Okay. Kill him. Down he goes. And now you move up here, because you're going to need to help me out. Otherwise, things are not going to go well. Unless I dodge. Oh, okay. That's not that bad. Now, I need to kill this one. Damn it, he says. Well, you know what it is. It's, you know, it's... You hit me, I hit you. It's not going that badly. all things considered, even though I'm taking quite a little bit of damage. And that's a dodge right there. And he's gonna run out of air, or she? No, it's a guy. Ooh, counterattack, really, really good. That was lucky. That was lucky. Let's go with a fast here. 95% chance to hit. Of course he does. Oh, you broke his armor. He has armor? What happened? Okay, so now, what can I do? What I could do is, and I am gonna do, is I'm gonna move you over here, and I'm gonna shield bash him a couple of times. The hit chance of the shield bash is pretty good, 73, so I'm gonna risk it being a couple of times, so I can go around and do my thing. Ooh, that guy's out of arrows. Okay, so you die, hopefully. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. I got the whirlwind, yeah, I got the swing. Oh, the swing is nice. Oh, the swing is nice. Ooh, I got that one. Oh, beauty. Beauty. So I think his attack here would be a swing and then a fast attack. I think that's gonna work. Let's do a fast attack here ourselves. There's many types of attacks as well if you want to go. It basically works like the Age of Decadence, so it's nothing new for you if you have played it. And if you haven't, well, I have a Let's Play series of it up, or 3 Let's Play series of them up. Oh, double dodge. Not good. Well, I guess the hit chance was low. So now this guy, he's not gonna hit very well. Marcus is kind of very injured actually. Let's see if I can, if you can avoid him this time around. Okay, nice dodge. Not counter attack, but I think he's going down now. Broke his armor, which is bad because we need them. We need that armor, and actually that might have been not a good decision to go for 2 fast attacks. But oh well. Hopefully I can kill him now, and I can, and that is that. The convicts have been dealt with. Return to Parka. Okay, well, we're gonna do that, but first we're gonna do this, and, ooh, that is a beautiful weapon. Let's transfer all. Let's get the bowman. He has got a bow. I'm not gonna use that because I don't have that skill. We got more stuff over here, and actually things don't look that bad in terms of being broken and all that sort of stuff. Let's see, we got ourselves a Barbary helmet, and I'm gonna add to schematics. A leather Numeri helmet as well, although that one... armor harness too. Yeah, okay, that's good. I got a buckler over here, and I'll add everything to schematics. I'm not really sure if there's any downside to doing that, but I'm still gonna do that. Now, there's also a thing here that I must not miss. Never miss the chests because they have impressively good stuff. We got ore. We got regular missiles. There's no like arrows and bolts, so there's only missiles. So basically, you got bronze, you got iron tipped, armor piercing, all that sort of stuff. But it works on both crossbows and bows. So basically that's why it's called missile rather than an arrow or a bolt. Just to simplify, I guess. I remember reading the discussion about this during the Age of Decadence development. But there we go. We got two of these nets. These are going to be very, very important, but hopefully not too soon. We also have poison that does 3 damage. How does that work now? Does it work differently? Damage 3, but that's 3. Oh, duration turns. Yeah, that's 3. Basically, it does 9 damage, and it's fantastic. Really, really good. And if you can save it, because it's got 20 strikes, if you can save it, then it's good. If you like switch your weapons, which we hopefully will. Another thing that we also picked up is a whetstone that increases the damage we do depending on your crafting level, as you can see down there. And we also got armor, which is really nice, but I think Marcus is going to be the one to use that. Oh, we might be able to repair this one, actually. Let's go over here and repair it. Yes, we will. Thank you very much. And we are good in terms of armor. We're not going to be able to craft any, but at least since this one doesn't have any... it does have an armor penalty of 2, but that's not too bad. It's just a minus 2% chance to hit, and I would rather have the health than the 2% is kind of negligible. We also have a shield, which means I will be able to use it. It's not worse than this, because it doesn't have any armor penalty or to hit chance penalty. And we have this, which has a defense rating of 2, and a to hit chance penalty of 1. Is that it? Yeah, it is. Do we have 2 of these? Yeah, we have 2 of these. So I'm going to use the horned one. Actually, I might use the spiked one. It might be a little bit more distinctive. No, I don't want that. More distinctive in battle, because it's kind of tricky to select your guys when you need them. Another thing that we will do, of course, is heal up. Let's do that. First off, let me just decompose all of our crap. You're going to want to decompose the ore, because it's going to give you... What is that? I don't really know what that is. Iron? That could be. You're going to decompose all of these. They're not equipped, so let's just decompose. This is a nice axe. We're not going to use it. This is just sure things, and everything else we're not going to use, even when we get our new companion. So what is that, by the way? That is iron. Yes, I was right. Okay, so we can do anything here. We can craft anything. So we're just gonna go back. But before we do, I wanna... Oh, man, look at us. Look at us. We're all broken. We're all broken. Let's heal up. Let's see. So you can use your healing salves and all that sort of stuff. And you can use your rations. So you can go with maximum rations over there, although that is a bad idea. And it tells you when you're good to go. So I'm gonna fully heal because there's no downside to doing that. At least not for right now. And for us as well. You can't use that salve because we only have one. So I'm gonna go with that. And we are gonna go down to... I have 103 rations? Really? No. No. I do? I can't believe that. I did have 76. That's pretty good. That's awesome. That's not pretty good. That's awesome. That's absolutely genius and brilliant. So, I mean, it's not genius. It's just a good turn of events. Anyway, we're going to go back to Barco. We're going to deliver the good news. And, well, good news are going to happen as well. We have our stash over there. We're not going to touch it for right now. We don't need it for right now. We have a lot of carry weight because we have two guys. You're going to be, you see over there, 325 is your carry weight, which is awesome. And let's see what he has to say. Didn't I give you a task? Yeah, I did. It's done. Well done then, says Barcus, looking pleased. But don't get too cocky yet. I have another task for you. I don't know if you noticed, but we're deep underground, and these tunnels attract all kinds of things that don't mind snacking on my workers. We try to keep them at bay, but we're short on fighting men. We had to seal several tunnels, but now we're short on ore. Okay. I get a food rations and some food rations and a healing balm. Okay, let me guess. A bug hunt. Fire ants. They aren't very aggressive, but they'll defend their territory. Drive them out, and I'll give you enough ore to eat meat for a month. How about a couple of men? I'm stretched thin as it is, says Barcus, shaking his head. Take a worker or two. They're easy to replace down there by the campfire. Sure, thank you. And Marcus is going to stay with us for the time being. I don't know if he leaves us later on, hopefully not. But we do have some workers down here that are going to help us, hopefully. And we're going to meet them. They have interesting stories, so let's see what they are all about. Let me just save the game before I say anything. Let's go with Quintus first. Well, I guess we're gonna read about them. All three men have seen better days. They look old, but you have a feeling that one ages fast in this hellhole. The man on the right is armed with a crude crossbow. He tries to look tough, but you doubt that he's ever been in a real fight before. The best, he used his crossbow to keep the critters away. At best, he did that. The man on the left is holding a sword with practiced ease. A former mercenary or even a legionary, if you're lucky. A coughing fit breaks the spell, specks of blood flying everywhere as he coughs harder. The last man has the look of a farmer, strong as an ox and big enough to plow a field all by himself. He's holding a wooden spear as if it were a staff. Hopefully he can hit something with it. Okay, got a new recruit. So talk to any of them to add to a party. So we have Silas, which is the brute of the guy. We have Quintus, which is the guy with the sword that's dying of lung cancer. And, I suppose. And Silas over here, which is the guy with the crossbow. Quintus straightens up and gives you a proper salute. Once a soldier, always a soldier. Hey, how did you end up here? My only crime, he says, is that I served my lord honorably and followed him into battle. And, well, we lost. Antidus fled. Those who could fled with him. Those who couldn't, he touches the scar over his eye, were captured. Antidus did try to get us back, but he had no leverage, and Galus didn't want to hand him more soldiers, so he sent us to rot in his mines. I spent most of my life here, he adds quietly. Antidus? Galus? Not from around here, are you? That feud between House Daratan and House Aurelian is old as goes back centuries. Antidus, the lord of House Daratan, thought it was his destiny to restore his house to its rightful place. Guess he thought wrong. Yeah, so why did you lose? The plan was to combine our forces without Crassus and attack Mataran from two directions, but Mero withdrew his legions at the last minute, so instead of fighting a war on two fronts, Gallius threw everything he had at us. Out in the open, we didn't stand a chance. Yeah, and this is the war that happens before the Age of Decadence. I'm not gonna tell him to come with me. What about you, Silas? What's up? Always something, hey? Silas this? Silas that? Now what? How did you end up here? A witch cursed us. That's when it all started. Me and my brother, we lived near a road, so every now and then we'd hide behind the rocks and wait for travelers. We were real smart about it. Never went after the ones who could be trouble. That's how we ran into that witch. She was trouble, all right. Only we didn't know it. Was she really a witch? No doubt about it. We killed plenty of folks, so trust me, I know what I'm talking about. They struggle and put up a fight, but when it's all over, they get peaceful like, and all that fight goes out of them. But not that old witch, not her. She was all fire and brimstone until the very end, spitting and cursing until she lost her voice. Then she kept eyeballing us until my brother put her out of her misery. Kind soul like that he was. What happened then? I caught my brother stealing from me. My own brother! Said he had a gambling den. Oh, debt, I mean. Now you tell me, what would make a good, honest man gambling and stealing from his own kin? Well, which brother was that again? The murderous highwayman that you... what? Weren't you listening? He says. I've only had one brother, so I tapped him once to knock some sense into him, you know? Like, don't you go stealing from me no more, you dumb bastard. He dropped dead like he was waiting for it. I thought he was playing, but he wasn't. Dead as a doorknob, if not deader. That's when I knew I was cursed for sure. That's what nailed me for. That's what they nailed me for. My brother's murder? I tried to tell them about the curse, but they didn't want to listen. Well, you are more than qualified to watch my back, but he's pretty strong. He's probably got 10 strength or something. I didn't check. What about you, Cyrus? I ain't getting any younger. Well, how'd you get down here? I killed the levy collector. The son of a bitch robbed me blind, kept waving his badge in my face, thinking it would protect him. It didn't. I waited until he was heading back to the trade district and put 2 bolts in his back. Didn't steal anything, only took back what's mine. I thought the bastard was dead, but he lived long enough to name me. I guess. Well, come with me. And that's our third companion, Cyrus over here. Of course, we can also add skill points because we gained them after the last battles, and that's him. He's not that great. He's got some crossbow skills and some dagger skills. I'm going to focus on crossbow, and we'll see how dagger goes. It's going to be fine because he's going to stay on the back line, so dodging and blocking is not going to be really for him, hopefully. So it's going to be crossbow and critical strike, which he does have as well. But for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Dungeon Rats. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to my channel for lots of RPG goodness and other games that I play as well, but above all, above everything else, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.